Hello everyone. You may know me from Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Let me tell you a little bit about what's been going on with Scorpion Cigar Reviews. My web host, Yola, has changed their policies for 2016 evidently. I've been with them for roughly 6 years, posting all my written reviews, and had links to all my YouTube videos and to other cigar reviewers, some whiskey reviewers, different things like that. One day I wasn't able to access my account, so I contacted them to find out what was going on. They responded saying that Yola chooses not to host sites that promote use of tobacco or alcohol or any other adult-only content. This came with no warning, no notice saying, hey, you need to find another host. We're gonna, release your stuff to you so you can put it on another host. Nothing. Oh, and by the way, we will not transfer your content. So, basically, they've hijacked my site, ScorpionCigarReviews.com, which I paid for. I paid for the name back in October. They kept pushing it. So I bought my domain name, and then they kicked me out, locked me out, changed the locks, and hold all my content hostage. So I started looking for other web hosts, and I thought I had found a good fit with GoDaddy. After numerous chats and telephone conversations and different things, I purchased several services, only to find out none of them did what they told me they would do. None of them had anything to do with what I wanted to do. So I was able to get some of my money back, but not all of it. So I think I've come to the conclusion that I will still do my YouTube reviews until YouTube decides they won't support cigar reviews. Somebody drinking some whiskey and smoking a cigar and that kind of thing. But all my written reviews and links to my YouTube videos will be posted strictly on my Facebook page, What Am I Smoking? So for those of you that do go to ScorpionCigarReviews.com and find pages unavailable, you'll find all my reviews from this point forward on Facebook on my page, What Am I Smoking? I don't have access to any of my past reviews. They've hijacked everything. So we'll move forward from here. I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but it is a new era in the world we live in. See who will rise as reigning king. Maybe this guy. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the upcoming cigar review. Thank you. reviews. Today I will be reviewing the Punch Champion. This is kind of a bowling pin shaped cigar. Some real subtle sweet tobacco notes on the wrapper, very subtle. And the foot, once again very subtle, slightly sweet tobacco notes. Maybe some bread dough, a little bit of grain, spices in there maybe. Just everything is very, very subtle. I picked this up at my local tobacconist here in Roanoke, Virginia, Milan Tobacconist. $5.90 I think is what I paid for it. Pre-light draw, lots of leather, subtle hints of cedar in there, a little bit of grain. Now this surprised me. I didn't expect that kind of pre-light draw with the little bit that I managed to get off the nose. Alright, well I'm going to get this lit up and we'll see what we have. See you in a bit. So now that I've managed to spill my coffee, the initial lighting, there was a pretty good dose of pepper. Not a total punch in the face, but pretty good dose of pepper. Pretty powerful cigar, really. There's another kind of off flavor in there that I've tasted in many other cigars. I think of it as kind of a glue note, but that's the only way I know how to describe it. Typically it'll burn off in 10 minutes or something. Every once in a while it lasts through the whole cigar. But we'll see what happens. I'll come back in the first third. See you in a bit. Alright, first third. Definitely a good dose of cedar in there. Some nice Spanish cedar. Kind of Spanish cedar is, you know, quite spicy. Very very pleasant smelling. Has a good taste in the air from it. And there's also a good dash of like a white pepper in there. While the smoke is a little bit dry, at the same time it feels creamy. Interesting. Now I'm pairing this cigar with Starbucks Pike's Place. And although this particular batch is decaf, it's still pretty darn good. Come back somewhere in a second, third. See you in a bit. So here we are in the second third. Burning a little bit unevenly. Not too terribly bad. I haven't had to touch anything up. However, I'm going to go ahead and tap this off. There we go. Came off a nice, inch, maybe inch and a quarter chunk, something like that. Not a whole lot of changes. That glue note has disappeared. There's definitely some subtle spices in there, something along the lines of those cedar spices that I had mentioned, some white pepper. Still has a creamy mouthfeel. A little bit of maybe a slight coffee note. Now I am drinking coffee with this, but I don't think that's where I'm getting this flavor from. So anyway, I'm going to continue smoking this. I'll come back somewhere in the final third. See you in a bit. Here I am in the final third. I have about another inch, maybe a little more than an inch worth of ash. I'm going to go ahead and tap this off. The nice chunk came off. Now the interesting thing about the way this cigar is shaped, this kind of bowling pin shape, is typically when you have different ring gauges progressing one size to another throughout the burning of the cigar, you typically pick up slightly different flavor profiles as the cigar burns, and you do get that with this. Not huge changes, but some real subtle changes. That cedar note's still there, that coffee note's still there. I picked up a little bit of like a charred meat, real subtle, real brief, but that's about it. I'm going to continue smoking this and come back in the nub. See you in a bit. So there you have it. I'm going to end this review here. Nothing's really changed in the nub. Pretty much the same flavors, just varying degrees of intensity. It's been a pleasant cigar, $5.90. Scoring this cigar, 88 points. Who would I recommend this cigar to? I guess really just about anybody. The price isn't outrageous. It's an interesting looking cigar with the vitola that it is, kind of a bowling pin shape. Some nice flavor characteristics in there. The burn was pretty decent. It went a little uneven, but required no touch-up, never had to relight or anything. So construction flawless, didn't unravel or anything. The labels came off nicely. Ash breaks off in about 1 inch or so chunks. I'm happy with this. It's not my top 10 by no means, but it's a good cigar. I'm happy. So I thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Catch you next time.